So, in MLB The Show, you can't just exit out of a game. They make you simulate to the end. So as you can see, we had to do that, and we picked up the win, 7-2, which is wonderful. So we're one step closer to 40 wins. Hopefully, in this second take, the settings are much better. Taijuan Walker and Daniel Norris to take to the mound for this second ball game. So, let's try take two. Yeah. You guys are playing today, no rest. Let's do this. Ranked first in baseball in the batting average. Check that out, 275. Peralta, Lamb, and Simeon leading the way. We started this Diamondbacks team back in MLB The Show 19, and the really cool ability of this game where you can just buy the new one and transfer everything over. It'll be awesome when we get all the other games to do that. But it's pretty cool, so I brought this one over to 20, and we're here on season number 2, trying to rebuild the Arizona Diamondbacks, get them back to the World Series. It's the 20 anniversary of the World Series win, right? The one against the Yankees. So, let's see what we can't do here.
Leading off the afternoon for Detroit, the shortstop, number 13.
Nope, ball one.
Hey, this is already feeling much better. Settings are already feeling better. Anyone, don't watch that 30-minute stream. It's a disaster. In second place in the West here. Inter-promotion, or a cross-promotional battle, interleague, as they call it, between the NLs, Arizona Diamondbacks, and the ALs, Detroit Tigers.
That's ball three.
Okay, so 0-3 to begin. Not good at all. It's that one. Get him looking. Doesn't want to take a swing on an 0-3. Can't blame him. Yikes. And we walked the first batter. Park's going to take his base. On 5 pitches, first batter gets walked.
The center fielder, number 28, Nico Goodrum.
Nico Goodrum up next. In the middle of an 8-game hitting streak. If we can't slow that down. Well, he hacks away at the first pitch. As that cutter came a little inside. I'm going to try to hit him with a curve.
He's going!
And he's going!
1 ball, 1 strike.
Got him! Beautiful job. We'll take a look at the replay. Not too bad. Swung right through that one.
1 and 2.
1-2 is the count. Get this cutter. Way down and low. Not a little too low. 2-2. Swung right through there. First strikeout. Taijuan Walker here in the first.
Batting third, the first baseman,
And Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera.
Whole lot of red in his batting zone. Not a whole lot of room to work with. Swings right through that one. That's going to be fouled out of here. Cabrera's swinging through it. He wants to get that first run of the game early. Going for that home run. Hacks at it again. Everyone needs to duck down.
That's the ball.
Oh, good eye by Cabrera.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one was about as good as you can get it with it being a ball, and he didn't take. See if we can get him again with this cutter. See how high we can go and get him.
That's ball 2.
Catches that one again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now we're going to go low. Paint the corner. Got him. Got him swinging. You knew he wasn't going to be able to hold off for long. He was itching to hit one out of here. And we're all knotted up. Zeros across the board at the end of the first. And here come the good guys up to bat. And Daniel Norris, 2-4 on the year. 5.89 ERA. So we can do some damage here. See if we can't get 6 runs. Ketel Marte leading things off for our Diamondbacks. Home half of the first. Alright, yeah, this is feeling much better. These are the settings we're used to. Ketel takes that one just inside. Strike 1. Swinging away at that one. These camera settings are terrible because that's not what I've had either. And we're going to pause for just a second. Once again, I don't even know what my camera settings used to be set on. Cameras. Batting view, pitching view. In-play offense. Because it would always follow the batter, so... Yeah, I guess broadcast was on dynamic. Yeah, save that. Apply it. And don't reset it. I want to see my guy. Alright, Marcus Semien up next. That one is going to be caught. Alright, these cameras looking a lot better now. Hope that never happens again. I had to have, can't imagine it would just restart. I had to have hit something when I was trying to go in and turn all the copyrighted music off. I must have reset something. David Peralta, man, first in the NL, 371. Batting third.
Counts 1-0.
Watches that one go close to the dirt for the first ball. Holds off on that one. Strike 1.
Ball, that's out.
Way outside for the second ball. Ketel Marte is waiting, man. He's a speedster. We're waiting for that good hit. Good pitch where he can get a good hit. There it is. And he drills it. The perfect hit is going to go all the way back. That should bring home Ketel Marte, and it will. He will slide in. And he is safe. We take the early lead, 1-0 Diamondbacks. David Peralta continues his amazing season. Can't do any better than that, and now he waits as Charlie Blackmon comes That's right. He was a free agent last season. He was he was on the trading block because we picked him up on the trade block. I went a little high. Charlie fouls it off. I don't know if my difficulty got reset either because we always had it on dynamic, and I don't know if that got reset or not. But if it is, we're just gonna we'll blow him out till the game ups it on us. Blackman solid 284. Hacks at the first 2 pitches he sees. He's going to go out, but that's going to push Peralta over to third. Jake Lamb. Batting fifth. You always have a heart and soul of the team, and it's Jake Lamb for us. Last season when this team wasn't very good, he was the guy always coming through. Now we built the pieces around him. We brought in Frazier, we brought in Blackmon, got Peralta. Jake Lamb right there, still doing his thing. 300 on the year. Hacks away for a ball. No, a strike rather. What am I thinking? Oh, 2. We'd hate to waste this other run. Oh, that was a hard one to ease off of. But he does. And he watches that one go for a strike. Couldn't get past that one, man. Fans still love it. You can do it. Okay. Still got the 1-0 lead. Christian Stewart coming up next.
Number 14.
To go toe-to-toe. Taiwan Walker. High for a ball. On for a high fastball.
Nope.
No, ball 2. He's had a first couple of pitches in these couple of innings here. He's had a hard time locating the strike zone. Remember, he walked the first batter. He's able to settle down, get one in there for the first called strike. He can get to the top corner here. Doesn't quite hit the mark, comes low, but it's still good enough for a strike. Calling for a cutter. Just about nails it. It's going to go foul. And no attempt at even catching that one. Could have been caught at the wall, could it not? I think so. That one, not enough speed. Mike Moustakas over there. It's going to fall foul. That one extremely high, but it's still good for a strike 3. He sits him down.
That is it. The catcher, Jake Rogers.
Cutter for a strike. Jake Rogers. Taking to the plate now.
Ball 1. I got a ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And Walker's been off target for a couple of his throws here in the first couple of innings. Still not a whole lot of damage done.
2-2 now.
Swinging through. Going low with the splitter. And it's going to be caught behind the back.
That is it. The right fielder, number
Second
15,
out. Dustin Peterson. And claimed off waivers to the Detroit Tigers. Strike 2. Burning 2 right past him. Try to get him to chase one outside the zone here with this cutter. Got him. It worked beautifully. Walker sits him down. 1, 2, 3. And we head to the top half of the second, or the bottom half of the second, the home half of the second inning. Mike Moustakas coming up. Free agent signing for us. He's been solid, 4th in the National League in home runs, 15 of them to his name. Moustakas had one, they swung right through. Solid contact, but it's going to go for an out.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier picked him up from Pittsburgh. Was making deals, man, to build these teams up. Frazier watches that one go right down the middle. Strike one.
Off the plate, ball one.
Next pitch goes for a ball. Frazier holds off of it. Oh, they call it a strike, man. Can argue that one. What do you guys think? It almost went to the same exact spot. You can see on the replay. I guess it just barely hit the zone. Oh, and he holds off on one that was looking like it was going low.
Batting eighth, the pitcher, Taijuan Walker.
Taijuan Walker coming up next. We got the pitcher in eighth. You know, Tampa Bay Rays style. Joe Madden style. He'll move things around. Anything to keep the other team on their toes. Not a bad 222 for Taijuan Walker for a pitcher. Of course, you got Shohei Ohtani these days putting pitchers to shame, but Walker's going to help his cause as he gets on base with a hit. We'll see if Ketel Marte... I know we got 2 outs, but if Ketel Marte... Oh, no, that's right. We got Carson Kelly. I just said that. Pitcher batting 8th, not 9th. Fans getting pumped up here. Stand up for Carson Kelly. The catcher. Swings away at the first one. He sees, and it's going to drop. Walker's going to go sliding into third. Carson Kelly into second. And we're in business. Again, 2 outs. Walker on third, Kelly on second. And Ketel Marte coming up. Already has 1 hit on the day, 1 for 1. Solid hit here would drive him in. Then you got Peralta coming up. That one should have been swung on. It's hard. Oftentimes you don't want to hack away at the first pitch, but that one could have been a good one for Ketel Marte. Swings away at the next one. It's going to pop up. It's going back, and it's going to be caught for the 3rd out. And the excitement in the second dies down as Detroit gets out of it. And the Diamondbacks maintain the 1-0 game. Heidi Watney, we can hear a thing we're saying. Thing you're saying. We're talking here.
Leading off for the Tigers, the second baseman,
Ronnie Rodriguez. Solid with the RBIs, but batting a pretty weak 200.
Ball one, no strike.
Goes high for Walker for ball 1. Contact made. It's going to go right down. Look like it went right into the locker room. Into the dugout, down the steps. Another foul call. And Taijuan Walker would be the 5th strikeout. See if we can get him to chase high. Going with the fastball up top. No, he's able to
2 balls, 2 strikes.
avoid temptation, not take the swing. That time he can't avoid it. Rodriguez strikes out, and that is the 5th strikeout for Taijuan Walker. Candelario up next. Again, not too good on the batting average side. 206.
Ball, that's 6 out.
37 pitches thus far for Walker. Candelario Swings through that one for the first called strike. See, Walker got the dirt. Getting into third. They couldn't bring him home, though. Tel Marte had his chance. He popped it up and flew out to end the second.
I got to count 1 and 2.
That one goes into the dirt. 2-2 the count. Going for the corner. Able to tip that one foul. Keep this one alive. Pitch count getting a little bit up there. You'd have to think at this rate, on average, he's going to be at 80 pitches by the time we get to the 6th inning, and you'd like your starting pitcher to try to get 7 or 8, but how about another strikeout? 6.
Batting 9, the pitcher, number 44.
Well, he had a chance, too.
Norris.
Here at lovely Chase Field. I don't know what time it is, afternoon game. Here in the desert. And that is going to be good for the first hit of the ball game. For Detroit.
Now that number 13.
Man, perfect. Right past 4 guys. Past the pitcher, shortstop, second. All the way into the outfield. June Park is back up now.
Nope, that's inside.
Walker loses that one. It goes outside.
One and 1. Yep, that ball went out.
Holds off it. Got him. 7 strikeouts. Taijuan Walker.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks,
Marcus Semien. We got the heart of our lineup coming up. Semien, Peralta, Blackman, Moustakas, Lamb. See if we can cause some damage here in the third. 1-0 ball game. Semien might have swung on that one a little early. And good to first for an out. David Peralta, 374, 431 on base percentage.
Well, that's out.
Watches that one miss the strike zone for called ball 1. One's going to be grounded over to first for an out.
the right fielder, number 19.
Justin Blackman, 0 for 1, his first appearance. 283 on the season. You got the best part of your lineup coming out. The first 2 guys ground out. Never want to see that. Started high, dropped down. Blackman decided to hold off on it. Swinging away at a pitch down low, and it doesn't drop. It ends up getting caught for the third out. And a quick exit for the Diamondbacks here in the third. We're going to head to the fourth, 1/3 of the way through this one. Arizona still with that early 1-0 lead.
The center fielder, number 28, Nico Goodwin.
Can Walker get to 10K? We'll just need 3 more strikeouts. He's already up to 7 in the first 3 innings. Hit that one a little too early. Slider went up, and it got fouled off. Going for the fastball to the corner. Again, Walker's getting a little too excited. He wants those 10 strikeouts and a little too giddy. That time he misses completely. No time for a mound visit, is it? That Cabrera staring him down in the on-deck circle. Doesn't want to lose this batter. Full count. Throws a perfect pitch that time, but it's going to be fouled off. And he ends up losing him. He's going to walk the batter with Cabrera coming up.
Now batting, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
Got one weak zone.
0-1.
Get him? Safe. They call him safe. I thought it was a pretty good throw by Kelly. But for not.
Look out, 1-1.
Tying run. Sitting on second for Miguel Cabrera.
Nope, up there.
2-1 for Walker. Cabrera's hungry, man. He's ready. 60th pitch of the game. Upcoming for Taijuan Walker. He's going to ground out. Look at this. Moustakis that got it. Third baseman.
Now batting, number 14.
One's the count.
Christian Stewart, he's had a bit of a hot streak. You see 3 runs the last number of games. 0-2. We can get out of this one here. Oh, we've only got 1 out. You can't lose track of your outs. Oh. Just able to tip that one foul. There we go. Strikeout number 8 for Taijuan Walker. Having our way with Detroit in this second game, game 2 of the 3-game series. Looks like he's playing golf on that swing. Fouls the cutter away.
At the ball.
0-2. Not the guy that the Tigers want up at the plate here. His dismal batting average, 184. Opportunity for strikeout number 9 for Taijuan Walker. Can we get him to chase? It's either going to be a full count or he's going to chase it. He took a swing. He did chase it. Made contact. Carson Kelly with the mask off. Catches the pop fly. And we're heading to the top of the 4th. Diamondbacks maintain the lead. There it is. 2001. We're in 2021. 20-year anniversary of the World Series Championship. We're trying to get back. Our second year with the team.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks,
Jake Lamb, first baseman Jake Lamb. We can get the offense going a little bit. Still early on, but need to add some more to that run total. Just 1. Maybe we can get Daniel Norris out of the game at some point. Only 32 pitches. We got to run that pitch count up a little bit. Jake Lamb's doing just that as he holds off on the second pitch. 1-1 count. Makes good contact as it flies out to center field, and it is going to be caught. Man.
Now batting, third baseman.
We've had a couple of nice hits the last few innings, but we just haven't had anything to drop just yet. Oof. Stakis watches that first pitch go right down the middle. And he hacks away at the second one. Easy ground ball.
Now batting, the second baseman, Adam Waiter.
All these first pitches, man, they're going right down the middle, and our guys aren't taking the swing on them just yet. He swings at the second one. Over to the second baseman, grounds him out. Just like that, 1-2-3, the Diamondbacks down again. Peterson Rodriguez. And Clenardo coming up next. They're due up. Walker looking for K number 10. Can we get it? Well, we'll find out. Got Peterson up first.
The right fielder, number 15, Justin Peterson.
Knocks that one foul. Quick 0-2 here for Walker. Try to get him out of the zone on this next one. Just off target and he doesn't bite. Gets him with the fastball. Strikeout number 9. And we are going for 10 Ks. Taijuan Walker. Rodriguez will be coming up next for the Tigers. Rodriguez looking for the first strike. Hacking away foul for number 2. Here we go. Strikeout number 10. Can he get it on this pitch? No, he cannot. Pitch count up to 76. Starting to get a little high, but Walker's still doing well in there. Knocks that one foul. Here comes the low fastball into the corner. Got him looking. Strikeout number 10. 10 Ks. Light up the board. Where's that K? The K board. That is 10 strikeouts for Taijuan Walker. And number 10. Awfully sweet. When it's a called looking strikeout.
Ball, that's inside.
Calls ball. Have to agree to disagree on that one. Those the corner strikes have been successful so far for our Diamondbacks. Nice catch by Blackman. Didn't think he was going to get there. He had to turn on the jets to make it happen. But the shutout remains intact for Taijuan Walker. You wonder how much longer he's going to let him go. Because that pitch count's getting high.
No pitcher. Taijuan.
Keeping him in, though, for this at-bat. 8th in the lineup. Walker made it all the way to 3rd on a hit a couple innings ago. That one bounces right off the catcher for the first ball.
Walker
can connect on that one. And it just missed it. No, swung through it. And he'll take a strikeout as he heads back to the dugout. This is a measly 3 strikeouts for Morris. Well, his counterpart that he just struck out and flashed the 10 fingers. He got 10K here today. Carson Kelly going back. I'm going to pop that one out. And the Diamondbacks going quickly once again. Not spending too much time at the plate here in this ball game. Marte fouls that one away. Took the swing a little early. That time makes good contact. Going back, and it's going to be caught just outside the warning track. And the Diamondbacks once again go a 3 up and 3 down.
Leading off for the Tigers, the pitcher, number 44, Daniel Norris.
Walker looking to get some revenge here on Norris. Depends on how many pitches are thrown in this inning here. I think before we decide if we're gonna warm up the bullpen. Right now, we don't. Maybe we can get Walker out there for one more if he can get out of this one quickly. But if he starts running up that pitch count, you know that bullpen's going to be warming up. And pitches like that are going to encourage the bullpen to warm up just a little bit more. Laying down the bunt. Walker, oh my God, well, he can't get to it. Walker can't get to it. The depth perception was off for Taijuan Walker on that bunt. Ran right over to it, but I guess he just wasn't lined up with it. What happened? Is that an error? Does that go down as an error or a base hit? I don't know. Double play opportunity. Moustakas can't get it. My goodness. All set up for a double play, and Mike Moustakas fumbled the ball. Here comes Cabrera. Now you're going to have to believe. Here comes the bullpen. That's right, we got King Felix in the pen. Felix Hernandez. Twilight years of his career. Making some good relief work for us. As you see his 4-2 record on the year. We'll take that every time. This is dangerous now. You got Cabrera coming up. 2 on. Solid hit by Cabrera is going to go back. It is going to be brought in. No damage done. Looking for one more out. And Christian Stewart. Can Walker get out of this one? Those corners have been good for him. Takes a looking. Strike 1. Kelly's going to call for the corner again. Walker drills it, and the ump calls ball 1. Walker looking a bit frustrated as he's about to toss pitch number 90 here in this ball game. Able to get that one to fall for a strike. So here we go. Carson Kelly calling for the corner once again. That is going to be dropped by Kelly, so he's got to flip it over to Walker. My goodness, Kelly could have walked in there and easily touched first base, but instead bobbles it. Luckily, Taijuan Walker already ran over there. He's able to step on the bag. Get out of that one. We maintain the lead. Bottom 6 now for the Diamondbacks. Fouled off into the seats. Free baseball for the fans. That one's going to be grounded out to first. Easy out.
Up next to the Diamondbacks, the left fielder, David Cavalca.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
Peralta's got the count built up for 2-0. Takes that one high, but it's a nice hit. Unable to get it to drop. This has quietly turned into a pitcher's duel here after some early excitement from Arizona. Justin Blackmon swung on it outside the zone, and that is out number 3 as we head to the 7th. Does Walker get one more chance at it, or do we go to the pen? Justin Blackmon looked a little frustrated. We're on the quest for 40 wins. You see it in the title. People are all pouring into the Twitch stream to see the Diamondbacks get win number 40. We're not going to get it today, or in this game rather, but we are going to do the player log. For those of you watching on the replay, I usually do one full game, and then I'll do 9 player lot games, so we do 10 games in one sitting. Just doing the math. You got 162 games divided by 10 a sitting. That's 16.2, which is about the length of a football season. Man, 17 games. So, kind of using that perfectly, right? Play 16 games of football, 16 times playing the show for hockey. You simulate every other game, playing 40 games at 30 minutes a game, equaling 20 games, or 20 play times. So yeah, man. As you can see, Walker's staying up there, pitch count getting high. We're going to try to get one more inning out of him before we go to the pen. In fact, we'll let King Felix... Oh, there's supposed to be a way. You can just... There we go. Ready and waiting. There we go. You don't want him to wear himself out. Stay ready, King Felix. Swing, batter, batter. 65 strikes, 33 balls. Taijuan Walker.
Ball 1.
Call that one a ball? Come on now. We're going to go into the same spot, see what happens this time. He fouled off. 100 pitches for Walker. The throw is going to come a little late, but he finally gets it over to Lamb. There it is. This will probably be the last at-bat that Taijuan Walker faces going against Ronnie Rodriguez. Hey! And called for a ball. Pops it out, and Taijuan Walker will end his day. 7 innings pitched, no earned runs, just a handful of hits. Cannot do much better than that.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Jay Lamb.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Solid contact by Lamb. We're heading back. Back, and it's going to be caught right up against the wall. So close to getting our first home run and adding some more runs onto the board here. Mike Moustakas. Daniel North still going strong, just 54 pitches. But he's throwing everything right down the strike zone, so we got to swing at it, right? What the heck?
Ball one.
Whoa, for ball one. Moustakas chases that one, my goodness. There's the pitch count, man. He says how quickly we've been getting out in every inning. He hasn't thrown double-digit pitches since the second inning, man. It's going to be popped up, and it's going to drop into center field for the easy out. We got one more at bat. Yes, we do. Adam Frazier. Batting .211, not as strong as he was last year. He came into the team last year from the Pirates. Played very, very well. This is the bullpen warming up. Buck Farmer and Jose Cisnero. Moustakas sends that one right into center field. And down go the D-backs once again. It might be up to the pitching, man. It's going to be that kind of game.
Leading off with the throw, the third baseman.
King Felix coming in. We'll see if he can't survive. He's just got to go 6 outs. Pretty solid on the year. 3.21 ERA. 31 strikeouts. What is this warm-up? I don't even know warm-up. What is the settings? First pitch for a ball. 35,000 here. Chase Field. Called strike.
One ball, 2 strikes, down.
Oof, rough pass. Rough pitch from Hernandez. There we go. As Hernandez pumps the fist coming off of the mound. Taking a look at Taijuan Walker. His day. 3 hits, no runs, no earned runs. 10 strikeouts, 2 walks. Not bad at all. We got a pinch hitter coming in here.
Number 55, John Hicks.
John Hicks? What did the announcer said? Yeah, John Hicks. You know, I don't know the Tigers roster. They're the Diamondbacks. Hicks. Right over to short. Easy to Jake Lamb for out number 2.
Now batting, number 13.
Hoyjun Park.
Outside, that's the ball.
Felix sails that one out for a first ball.
Nope, outside.
Next ball. That one is going to be grabbed by Blackman. Solidly hit ball and it went low, but Blackman able to sneak in and snag it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 48, Buck Farmer.
Pinch hitter. Yeah, no, we don't want to bring in a pinch hitter. Let King Felix ride this thing out. He can go one more inning. That's not ideal, but it's the NL, man. I'll let him pitch this one out.
0-1.
Yeah, he wasn't doing much of that when he was playing with the Mariners over in the AL. And here in relief, probably doesn't pitch too much either. Oh, he's hacking away at everything. That's the pitcher's style, man. And 3 straight strikes. Typical of a pitcher. Daniel Norris looks like his day is done. 7 innings pitched, gives up 4 hits, the 1 earned run in the early part of the game. And then shut down our Diamondbacks the rest of the way. We're going to get our heart of the lineup coming up in the 9th. As Carson Kelly swings away at that one for a called ball. Not a called ball, of course, it's a foul. So-called strike. Commentator's losing it, man. 0-2 the count.
Nope, outside.
That time it's going to be outside for a ball. Solid contact by Kelly. It's going to drop in there, and for the first time in a while, we've got some action on the bases. As Kelly struts on over to first. One over the plate, too. Kelly had to stretch out for that one. Ketel Marte.
Ball 1, no strike.
Let Marte swing away. Should we lay down a bunt? Try to push him over. And we got Peralta coming up. We got to get through one more to get through Peralta. Marte is going to swing away at it, and it's going to drop. Runners hold as Kelly just gets into second. I don't think he realized how close that ball was coming down. So Farmer's in the game. And very quickly, he's allowed 2 hits. What do you think now? Go ahead and lay down the bunt. There it is. Bunts down. And the runner at second will be thrown out. That's Ketel Marte. And here comes David Peralta, the NL batting average leader. 1 for 3 today with a double and an RBI. And he has a chance to add to the RBI total here in this at-bat. Here we go. Runners on the corners. First pitch goes low. It's going to be rung up for a strike. Peralta staying patient. Farmer versus Peralta. This is a huge at-bat. How much relief will they give to King Felix? Peralta swinging early. He saw that one. His eyes lit up. And he was early on the swing. So 0-2 quickly for David Peralta. Makes contact with that pitch. Goes out foul. Tense moment. Outside of the zone, Peralta makes contact. It's going to drop down for a base hit. Peralta goes into second. And it's a 2-0 game as Peralta gets his second RBI of the game. 18 on the year. Peralta went out of the strike zone. Catch was not made. Put Simeon on third. Peralta on to second. And Charlie Blackmon swings away at the first pitch he sees, which was down the plate for the out. But it gave some extra padding to King Felix, who will come out to try to close this one in the 9th. Diamondbacks 2-0 as we head to the top of the 9th. And possibly the final handful of at-bats. Nico Goodrum.
Center fielder, number 28, Nico Goodrum.
No, that's ball.
First pitch of ball. Foul strike. Opportunity for King Felix to put him down on pitches here. You strike him out. Gets him swinging in the strike for Felix Hernandez. 2 more outs, and the Diamondbacks will take the series with Game 3 to be played in just a few minutes. We're going to do player lock for the next couple of games as we round this one out. Easy ground out to second. And we got one more for our pitching crew. We really need to use 2 pitchers today. Unless Felix really has a mental breakdown here, really collapses. It was all Walker and Felix. But you always love those days where you can give your guys a rest. Good Joe Madden. Ah, okay. No action in the pen, so this is Felix Hernandez's game to win or lose. 2-0 for our Diamondbacks. And we are 1 strike away from taking Game 2 here at home at Chase Field. And he gets him swinging, and that's the ball game. Diamondbacks 1 step closer to 40 wins on the season. An ace of a pitching performance from Taijuan Walker. And it's victory for the Diamondbacks.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon: for the victorious Diamondbacks, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Tigers, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base.
All right, so we player lock the next 9 games. We got a 1 p.m. game here to close out this series with the Tigers. So we'll start with Ketel Marte. And that's how we knock out 10 games at a time in a 162-game season.
And now, your 2020 Arizona Diamondbacks.
(37-21), so we're creeping up on 40 wins here of the year. Luke Weaver, 2-4 record, and here comes Ketel Marte to lead off the bottom of the first.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks, the center fielder.
So we are player locking Ketel Marte here in this series finale against the Diamondbacks. Swings away at pitch number 1. Can he make it? Does he have the speed? Safe. Yes! Ketel Marte with the speed. Making contact on the first pitch. Getting in there safe. Come on now. Very good.
Batting second, the shortstop, Marcus Semien. Hey.
Hey, 1 pitch right here. 1 out.
Bunt is laid down. Marte heads on into second.
Batting third, the left fielder, David Peralta.
Ball four. Picture base.
And he gets walked. So we got bases loaded, no outs, and a 3-0 count for Charlie Blackmon.
The right fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
So we're really going to get walked in with the run here. Charlie Blackmon is going to make up for his outing yesterday. And he's going to get walked on 4 straight pitches. And we take the early lead once again. As Villa not having the same gravitas and good outing as his teammate did one day ago. So we're back up in the bottom of the second. 4-0 Arizona. We're cruising right on into 40 wins. We're at 37 right now. So we need 3 more. We're going to play at least 9 more player lock games. Ketel Marte making contact with that one, going back, and it's going to be easily caught on the left field. 7-0 now for Arizona. So while the bats were quiet in game 2, they've woken up here. In game number 3, 7-0 again for the Diamondbacks. Send your snake emojis. Look at T-Bird 27. Those of you joining us, send the snakes in for the Diamondbacks. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Be good for a base hit there. Best contact of the game for Ketel Marte. That's going to be hit number 2. Look at Marte. He is second on the team, right under Peralta. 68 hits. Peralta, Marte, Mustaka, Simeon, Blackmon, Lamb, and Adam Frazier. Not a bad little team he put together.
The batter, number 10. Shortstop.
See what Simeon can do for it to the 2-2 count.
Simeon.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch.
He's going to strike out. It's not good. Jordan Zimmerman in the game already. Here in the 4th, having to make the pitching change. You hate to do that, make a change to the pitcher that early on.
The left fielder, David Peralta.
Peralta can't make any noise as he flies out there. And just like that, it's down to the final out of the 4th. As Simeon holding out here
Up next for the
on
Diamondbacks,
first base.
the right fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Here we go now. One at a time.
We're going for it with 2 outs, and for not, it was easily caught. And I can't do anything with Ketel Marte. Still 7-0. This time we got a runner on first for Marte coming up with no outs.
Marte.
2 for 3 here in this game. Easily going to be popped up. Going to be caught by the second baseman. The easy out. 8-0. This could be final at bat for Ketel Marte. Unless we can get going, he'll have one more. Still 8-0. Barring some kind of collapse, this next game is going to go to Arizona, which would give us win number 38 on the year. Now we got 2 on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Marcus Simeon will come up next. That's who we'll take control of in our next player lock. Mr. Marcus Simeon. That's going to be a double play. No. Did they? Yeah, well, they only need 1 out, right? I should pay attention to the scoreboard. So let's see, do we get one more at bat? Nope, that's going to do it as the Diamondbacks will sweep the Detroit Tigers here at home. What ends up being the final score? 10-0. 16 hits on the day. Luke Weaver being your player of the game. Only allowing 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. Not too bad. Let's go on to the next player lock with Semien. Colorado Rockies up next. It's one of our AL West, or NL West rivals, rather. National League. And Marcus Semien, player lock, up next. Mike Leake, 6-1. 2.09 ERA. Our guys, too, are pitchers. Not the big names. They've quietly put together a nice season.
Batting second, the shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Chance to make up some ground here in our division. We're second place. Colorado in fourth. And we want to push that gap between second and fourth even bigger here. We can get some series wins against the Rockies.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Terrible pitch going outside. 1-1 the count. Home plate umpire Ricky Holiday calling the ball. Semien chases that one outside. Quickly, it's a 1-2 count. Pops that one up, and it's going to be caught for the easy out just down the first base line. Again, we're doing player lock now. We played the first game. We play the first and then player lock the next 9. Do 10 games at a time. High scoring here as Arizona is a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the second. Semien's going to hack away at that one. Once again, it's going to fly out. Thank you, Heidi. Can't hear what you're saying.
No outs here.
Leading off for the Rockies, the center fielder, Raimel Tapia.
Tapia's up now.
1-1-1.
Ground ball to Semien.
No, he's down.
And he tosses it over to Lamb for the out. So top of the third here,
Now
Wilmer
batter,
Flores now.
The second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Semien watching, waiting. Another grounder. Throw it to 2 for the forced play, and we get out of the inning. No damage done here. Diamondbacks pool is empty. That guy's thinking about jumping in, but he's got a sweatshirt on. Must be cold in Arizona. Colorado making a run at it now as David Dahl's up 5-4. Got a runner on first, so potential double play opportunity here if he grounds it to us. Yeah, oh no, the pitcher's going to snag it from us. Then he threw it to... Well, I guess I should have been covering first, shouldn't I? Well, that was on me. I was anticipating the ball to come, and the pitcher stole it, and that threw me off.
The center fielder, number
So there you go. Put that error on me. The fact that League snagged it threw me for a loop. Here we go. We'll make up for it with this double play. There's one, and don't hit the... Nope, not in time. So we get one out, and the tying run now on third. And they... Not sure if they got him home. They got a bunch of players home. Colorado now up 7-5. Leak again coming into this game with a 6-1 record, but he's given up 7 runs in just 5 innings. Simeon cannot... Oh, he is going to... Well, he didn't beat it out, but the ball is going to be bobbled and dropped. And that will let us get on base. This is super slow motion. Goodness. Yeah, we can't sit here and watch this. That's too slow.
Now batting, left fielder, David Peralta.
Good contact by Peralta. Oh, the ball was bobbled. Well, nope. Thought about going for third. Realizing the ball got... All right, full count now for Charlie Blackmon. A home run here would give us the lead. Solid contact at least would bring us home. We're running on anything. Full count. There we go. That's going to go right to the first baseman. So no damage done by the good guys here in the 5th. Colorado now up 10-5, doubled us up. It's not looking good for game 1 of this series unless we can make a hefty comeback here. Easy ground ball for Simeon. Over to Lamb to get us out of the 6th. Well, we have made a comeback. Okay. 10-8 now. Bottom 6. 2 on, 1 out. And all of a sudden, this becomes a pretty important at-bat from Marcus Simeon. Chichi Gonzalez in the game.
0-1.
Watches that one go by for first strike. Do we think about laying down the bunt?
Nope.
I don't know. Manager hasn't called for it, but I think 2 on.
Hey, let her rip right here.
1 out. Swinging away. That's going to get out of here for a foul.
Let's go.
Fouls the next pitch away. Simeon keeping it alive.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Fouls the next one off.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh?
Making contact now. There's a good hit. It is going to be an out. But will that advance the runner? No. He does not tag up and try to go to third. And no damage was done in that inning. As the score remains 10-8 for the Rockies.
1-1-1.
Grounder to Simeon. Puts it over to Lamb for the out number 2 here on top of the 7th. But another opportunity here for Simeon. He's 0 for 4. It's 10-8. Again, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Not going to find a better opportunity than this at-bat here. Owings and Ketel Marte are out on the diamond.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Another
come on.
pop fly, an easy catch. And Simeon will go 0 for 5 in this day. I don't know what happened on the scoreboard there. It looks terrible. Well, we're still alive in this one. Top of the 9th, score is the same here, 10-8. And our Diamondbacks will have one opportunity in the bottom to tie it up. That's a slow roller. Simeon has to run way in to get it. And just gets it over to Jake Lamb for the out. As the game comes to a close in Colorado, we'll take game number 1 of the series. Alex Dickerson 3 for 5, 2 homers, 4 RBI. Did a whole lot of damage.
1 error. They left 15 men on base.
Okay, moving on to Tuesday. We got David Peralta, the NL leader in batting average. We player locking with him next. Robbie Ray.
Let's play ball. Out. 3. Out.
All right.
Batting third, the left fielder,
Jeff Hoffman versus David Peralta.
Find the ball, find the ball, find the ball. Out.
Ground ball out for Peralta. Should really be simming to the next appearance, huh? All right, we're going to do a little outfield action here.
Flores.
Well. Yep, no getting that one. That is an easy home run by Flores. Number 6 on the year, Robbie Ray gives that one up. The Rockies will take the lead.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks, the left fielder, David.
Colorado playing us hard in these first 2 games. Is that going to be out? Nope. It was very close. Getting fouled off almost the same exact location for Peralta.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
Hey, make it yours.
1-2 count.
Get down, get down.
Good hit for Peralta as it drops down.
Make the turn.
right field loses control of it. So we got the hits leaders. You see Peralta coming up for Chris Bryant, Jose Martinez, Corey Seager, Bryce Harper, Eric Hosmer, and Ketel Marte. So 2 of the NL hits leaders from our very own Diamondbacks. Peralta 4 away from overtaking Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs. Full count for Blackman. We're running on either pitch. Here we go. Good contact by Blackman.
Beat it out, beat it out. He's out.
Blackman's going to be out, but we're able to advance Peralta over to second for Jake Lamb.
The first baseman, number 22, Jay Lamb.
And Lamb will strike out. I don't want to see that. There's Mikey Moustakas next, our third baseman. Solid 285. Joined us in the offseason here for season number 2. And he's going to hit it right on over to third as no play even needs to be made because that one is caught for the out. Frustrated Moustakas tosses the helmet down. Still 4-1 score here for the Rockies. We would hate to drop this series to the division rival. Peralta breaks his bat. Is that going to be enough to get him to first?
Round it.
Nope. It will not. Bottom 9th, final at bat for Peralta. And it's going to be a 6-0 game here for Colorado unless Peralta can get a rally going here.
Inside, ball 1.
We're going to drop our second one. And our chance at getting 40 wins here on this stream will go down just a little bit.
See it rip it up there.
Make the turn. You're out.
And another out. Chichi Gonzalez is going to get the win. Just 4 innings pitched. But it's enough to get the solid victory. So we've dropped our first 2 in the month of June. It was June. You remember that shit? People were wearing sweaters in that one game. You remember that? That's terrible. In June? In Arizona? Get out of here. All right, Kenta Maeda going to take to the mound for the series finale here. We're at 38 wins. We got to get 2 more. And we got just 6 games left to try to get to 40 wins here on this stream. We're competing pretty much with the Dodgers to get into first place in the NL West. Kenta Maeda.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 16, Raimo Tapia.
Blackman going back to make that catch for the first out.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks, the right fielder, Charlie Blackman.
Marquez on the mound here. Oof. Bad swing for Blackman.
0-2 is the count.
Anyone that might be watching on demand, what do you want to see next? Go on Twitter, go on Facebook, post a request. We can do more football, hockey, baseball. We haven't started our WWE Universe up, which will probably start on 2K20 and eventually move to the new game if it's good. You know, if it's terrible again, I'll just stick with 2K20, but we can at least get it started. Let us know what you want to see.
The first baseman.
Want to see some Tony Hawk? You got that. It's a sport, right? Skateboarding? Yeah, man. Pop fly for Jake Lamb over to first.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Hey, let's go now one time.
Moustakas will strike out. Third on the game so far for Marquez here in the second inning.
The second baseman, Adam.
Manager's calling for us to steal. All right. Here we go. Well, it didn't matter anyway because it was a strikeout. My goodness. Well, scoreless game in the fourth.
Right fielder, number 2, Alex.
38 wins on the year, 2 away from 40. Hitting the goal here in the stream. Blackman have enough speed to get it? No! Oh, he could not get it. Wow, what happened there? That's going to end up being a triple. Blackman was there. He didn't make the catch. Take a look at the replay. Well hit. And Blackman is right there to get it. No good. They don't end up getting a run, though, which is good for us. So the score stays 0-0. Blackman's going to watch that one. Just missed going over the fence. As he will be standing up into second with a double. And the doubles leaders here. Ketel Marte, David Peralta. And right there at number 3, Charlie Blackman. Blackman waiting to see, can Jake Lamb bring him home?
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
That one gets through. Blackman's going home. And he's in there. Mike Moustakas with the RBI to bring home Charlie Blackman. Right up the first base line. Bringing Blackman all the way home from second. So we get the run. Moustakas gets the RBI. And all of a sudden we got the lead here in the top of the 6th. It's looking like the Tigers game again here. With the 1-0 advantage for Arizona. Almost lost that one in the sun. He's able to come down with it.
Now batting, right fielder, Charlie.
Blackman 1 for 2 with that double. Typically, you don't often see swinging away at the first pitch, but these pitchers are all just going right down the middle. You gotta take your shots while you can. There's another one going down the middle. Blackman's going to make him pay. That should be another double. Maybe he can get 3 out of it. He is going to get 3 out of it. They barely get to it. And Blackman,
Nope. Nice hit. That away.
head first slide into third, a triple. So he's got the double, he's got the triple. 2 pitches right down the middle, and that's enough for Blackman to send that one right up to the wall.
The first baseman, number 22, Jay Lamb.
We just got some big news that came across. I'm looking at my phone here. Nelson Cruz, the all-star designated hitter of the Minnesota Twins, traded to the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays trying to make that run at the World Series. I don't know how long they can pay Cruz for. I don't know what his contract is. But the Twins are obviously selling on this year. People call them the disappointment of the year, the Minnesota Twins. The way they were rocking their division the last couple seasons. So let's see here. The Tampa Bay Rays, as we're trying to concentrate, read news and concentrate on getting home here and increasing our lead at the same time. Nelson Cruz in a 4-player trade. Full details not yet known. My goodness. What is Nelson Cruz's situation? I don't even know if he's in a contract year. I would assume so if the Twins are selling on him.
Let's go now. One time. Here we go.
That's going to bring him in.
Come on, dig, go hard, go 2, dig, dig, dig.
And it'll be a double.
Good 2 strike there, that baby.
Now batting, second baseman, Adam Waiter.
Hey, dig one up there, huh?
I don't know why I'm on a watch full game. Half looking at this news here. Everyone join me in this news.
Hey.
Let's go to our next appearance here. 5-0 Diamondbacks.
Leading up for the...
Right now, while no one's here, we're taking a look at this this news. Nelson Cruz, man. What was his contract situation? Well, here's the trade rumors before the deal went down. "41-year-old Cruz, 7-time All-Star. Yeah, he'll become a free agent. So basically, you know, the Rays are going all in. Which you kind of figure that's why they were trading him away, that was his contract situation. That yeah, they're going all in trying to get this World Series right now.
One and one.
It's gonna be the ball.
Hey, be patient. Get your pitch, huh? Hey, I've ripped that up there, huh? Hey!
Watch Watches that one go right down the plate.
Hey, nobody out now.
The right fielder, number 2, Alex.
Top of the ninth.
Dickerson.
Oh, that one's going to go to the wall. What happened I'm pushing down, I swear. I don't even know where the ball is. Oh my God. He was right. Blackman's right at the fence to catch, and once again he doesn't catch it. I hope there isn't some setting that got reset where I need to hit a button to catch the ball. I never had to. But that's twice. The Blackman was right under the ball, and it fell. But it's for naught, as the Diamondbacks will hang on and get win number 39. So we're inching closer and closer. We might get to 40 wins yet here in this stream. Telling you, we're inching. We're getting there. It's looking good in our favor. And we're even going to have a day off to rest. The first-year player draft. Well, let's do it. We're not going to spend all day on this thing. So we got to go first, right? How do we draft? Yeah, pick player. Let's go. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We want, so accuracy. I'm guessing that's our scouting. I don't remember doing this last year. If I had people here, they can tell me. They would tell me who to pick, what I should do. I think pitching's really what we should work on, right? We need, well, there's not any good, some good pitchers here. How about a young starting pitcher? We got potentials in the 80s. Let's do it. 19-year-old. Let's go with this guy. Dion Brito. Yeah, what the heck. All right, our next pick. So we are thin in the relief pitcher position. So that's what we need to be looking at. Some relief. Oh boy, did we blow it going for a starting pitcher? Well. Potential is 80 here. He's a little older. Let's try this guy. Andy. Player Andy. All right. Guessing red is bad. I don't really know what all this... I have a player card. See stats and such. I don't give you a whole lot. Alabama. I worked there for a while. Well, let's just go for the guys that have the high potential. Unless anyone in the chat can tell me any better. I want to go for guys that are in the yellow. Guys that are young. That have high potential. There we go. Alright, I'll let them do the rest of the way. We can get back to playing baseball. End of the season, sign your draft picks. Well, do they just sign them, or do I gotta go in there and sign them? I gotta... Yeah, sign draft picks. Alright, well, here we go. Yeah, potential 97! Oh my god. We can only sign them for a year, huh? Okay, well. Oh, did he not sign? Oh, he did, okay. I'm going to sign everyone. What the heck? We got money to spend. No salary cap in baseball. Bring them all in. Good. Signed everyone, man. All right. Well, let's keep going. We got rookie. We got a 90 overall, possibly coming in. I love it. All right. All right. This is for number 40. This is what the stream is all about. We got Jake Lamb that we're about to player lock. Going for win number 40. The Rays deals for Joe Ryan and Drew Strotman. And Calvin Fochner, minor league pitcher. A lot of people were excited for Joe Ryan. Seems like that might be an iffy pick. Well, I mean, not iffy. I mean, you're getting Cruz, right? But a lot of people like Joe Ryan. I don't know too much about when I was living in Montgomery, the Biscuits, of course, got to see all those Rays guys coming through there.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jay Lamb.
Like you can, come on. Ball, that's out.
Looking up this Rays news, man. It's exciting. Anyway, yeah, Taiwan or Nelson Cruz, the Tampa Bay Rays. About that hit by Lamb. Bring the and he's gonna be out. Ketel Marte thought he had the speed. He does not quite make it. Well, it's a shame.
The first baseman, number 22.
Tie ball game now, 1-1.
Lamb.
Big opportunity on him. Jake Lamb's got the power.
1-0.
Hey, let it fly. Let's go. Right here.
Ball, that's it.
First two pitches go for balls. 2-0 count. Does not get brought in, and that's going to be safe for Jake Lamb. Scored decision on the base hit. Mike Moustakas has the chance to give us the lead here against the Padres. Another NL West showdown here.
You can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Nope.
Make a turn. Pick up
Mikey's
ball.
going to go right to the force play. Getting us out at second. The game remains tied.
Leading off for San Diego, the left fielder, Nick Martini.
Hey, plays the one. Here we go.
Nick Martini up next. Looking for this one to come right to us, of course. Player lock.
1-1-1.
There it is. Step on the bag for the out. We need another one, Austin Allen.
Up next for the Padres, the catcher, Austin.
Double play
Allen.
opportunity depending on where it gets hit. Well, here it is. There's one. Got him. Here we go. That's right, Austin Allen. Try it again next time. Bases loaded, no outs. Jake Lamb 2 for 2. A chance to break the game open here for the Diamondbacks. Look at all the K's back there. Be patient with it. He doesn't. Swing at the first one. Batting almost 400. Runners in scoring position. That's really good.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time. Come on, big guy.
Oof.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Bad take. So Lamb watches the first one go by him. Swings through the second. That one was down the middle. Knocked it foul. Yeah, look at that on the replay of it. It was right outside of the green. Just couldn't keep it in. That one was a little low. Lamb still went for it. The double play, but that is going to bring in the lead. David Peralta took a nasty shot. It hit on his shin bone. He's back on his feet, so it isn't broken. He's still in a good deal of pain. My goodness. Oof, you hate to see a message like that come across. David Peralta is the NL leader in batting average. San Diego catching up now, 3-4. Jose Castillo now to throw his first pitch in relief.
Nope.
Lamb watches that one go right past for a ball.
Put a good swing on it. Here we go.
Ball.
Ball 2. You don't want to see that. Castillo, if you're a Padres fan, Castillo coming out of the pen, first through pitches, going for balls. Contact made as Lamb sends that one back to the warning track. It is gone! First 2 pitches are thrown for balls, and pitch number 3 is out. And Jake Lamb, home run number 13 on the year. 392 feet for the solo home run to increase the lead of the Diamondbacks. And we're 1-1 away from number 40 on the season. It was low too. Pitch went low. But Lamb went down for it and had enough power. It wasn't a fast one. That one got high and it got out of there slowly. But it went past the wall, and that's all that matters. Diamondbacks up 5-3. Austin Allen hit into a double play last time. We had the player lock here on first. Well, Lamb couldn't get it. That time Allen's gonna go into first base here. Now, big opportunity for the San Diego Padres. We'll see what happens as we move forward. Looked like they did get a run there, but in the end, it's going to be the Diamondbacks, and there it is. Win number 40 on the year for our Arizona Diamondbacks. We're going to keep going because we have a few more player lot games to get through. Those of you that are watching, jump in on the chat. Put a snake emoji in there for the Diamondbacks. If we get the 4-3 win, Jake Lamb's going to be your player of the game. Want to become famous, of course. I don't have money to buy followers. Why don't you donate to me and then I'll buy some followers. Can't even read your screen name. X1QAZ. Can't even read that, man. Anyway, well, we don't need any of that either. So a couple of day games coming up. We are now 40-23. Let's take a quick look at the standings. See where we are in regards to the Dodgers. And we are 3 behind the Dodgers. So we're creeping up on them as we hit win number 40. That's what the All-Star voting's at for the National League. We got Peralta and Marte. So the whole outfield and Cody Bellinger is represented by the NL West. It's good for our guys. Chris Bryant, of course, who's the hits leader out there on third. A couple of Cubbies in there. No, I don't want to look at that. All right, time for the next game here. It's So again, we played the first game. Now we're on to Mike Moustakas. We play the first game full. Then we player lock the next 9 games. So we played 10 games at a time in one sitting. 10 divided by 162. About 16 games, or 16 play times to get through a season. Here's the details of that Tampa Bay Rays trade. Nelson Cruz for Joe Ryan, Drew Stotman, and the Rays get Cruz and Calvin Fotcher, so they get some pitching help too. I know a lot of people were disappointed Joe Ryan got traded. A lot of the Rays fans thinking he was going to be a hot prospect. I don't know what's happening here. There we go. Oh, we froze for a sec. My goodness. Luke Weaver on the mound for us. But we're not worried about pitching. We'll player lock some pitching later on as we get towards the end here. We're going to be controlling Mikey Moustakas out on third.
The center fielder, number 7, Manuel Margot.
Manuel Margot is a current Tampa Bay Ray. And Moustakas making the catch, speaking of the Rays. They're celebrating their big trade. Being the multi-time All-Star. Nelson Cruz coming in real life, but this is the rebuild here for the Diamondbacks. Season 2 we're on.
Ball 1, no strike.
First season, missed the playoffs. Made a little bit of progress picking up Adam Frazier, Kenta Maeda, and Charlie Blackmon during the season. Here in the outseason, adding Mike Moustakas to bolster our roster up.
2 balls, no strike.
First 2 pitches go for balls.
Come on, kid, get on for us. Here we go.
Perfect hit right up the middle. Moustakas will reach on the ground ball.
Hey, way to slow that up. Nice hit, nice hit.
And Diamondbacks are in business. Adam Frazier, again, was really good when we picked him up from Pittsburgh. Last season, he struggled a bit this year, which is why he's batting 7th at 207. He's going to strike out there.
Batting it. The pitcher.
No, ball 4.
They're going to walk Luke Weaver, the pitcher, so bases are loaded with 1 out. Which will get us to, not sure which catcher they got in there. It's either going to be Carson Kelly or it is going to be Robinson Chirinos. He was also a free agent signing last season, batting just 190. So it's been a debate whether or not we keep Chirinos in and see if he can improve, or we go back to Carson Kelly, who was our starting catcher last season, but didn't do much. They called for the slide, and Moustakas just walked in, but they get the double play anyway. So no extra runs here for the Diamondbacks. Everyone wearing sweaters in Arizona. Thick coat sweaters. We're in June, July. In real life and in the game calendar. So I don't know why everyone's freezing in Arizona.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Fernando Tatis Jr. Nope. Moustakas can't get over there, and it's going to be bobbled in the outfield. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. So Tatis with the hit. Next time Moustakas comes up, Padres lead 2-0.
Third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Good hit from Moustakas. That one's going back to the warning track. And it's a home run. Mike Moustakas with the home run, number 16 on the year. 369 feet. And we'll put the Diamondbacks on the board. No shutout for Arizona here today. Go ahead and touch home plate. There we go. We are on the board here at Chase Field. That was solid, too. Eat food here. Just got over the yellow line, just over the fence. Arizona's got the lead now. Next time Moustakas comes up, Eric Lauer now in the game. Remember what happened in the last game when we had a pitcher come in throwing his first pitch, and it took Jake Lamb 3 pitches before he saw one he liked, and he sent it up over the wall. They're going to call a ball. That one looked like it hit the strike zone pretty well. We're not going to argue with it. Ump's call, giving us a ball. Mike Moustakas take the second home run of the game here.
2-0.
Another bad pitch there by Lauer. This is looking just like that Jake Lamb at bat of the relief coming in. First 2 pitches go for a ball. This was the one where Lamb hit the home run. So we'll see. And it's a solid hit. Not enough for a home run. That's going to be at least a double. And he is going to stop in at second. Mike Moustakas with the double, the home run. Playing extremely well here against San Diego, the third place team in the NL West. You want to keep those teams on your toes in the standings. You want to keep pushing them down the standings with these wins. We blew that series against the Colorado Rockies. So Adam Frazier, who struggled not only on the year but in this game, 0 for 2. He's got no 2 count. It is not enough to try to advance the run as we head back to second. Luke Weaver batting a dismal 130. That is going to be caught. The second baseman. All right, so Chirinos, not the best part of the lineup, man. When Moustakas gets on base there, you got the pitcher, you get Chirinos, a couple of guys batting under 200, trying to push this run across. And it's going to be an easy play right to third. Moustakas loses his helmet on the slide. And that will do it for the 6th inning. Guys that are joining in, send in go ahead and chat. Put a snake icon in there for the snake emoji for the Diamondbacks. Cheer on Arizona here. Mike Moustakas a triple away from hitting for the cycle. That'd be exciting to get it here. We hit 40 wins on our last game. We're going for win number 41 here. Moustakas hacks away. Or foul. There you saw it on the corner of your screen. Triple shy of the cycle.
Ball.
Does that one go for a ball? The 1-2 is the count here. Moustakas can have that one drop down. It won't be the cycle. Couldn't really tell. We swung at it just outside of the box. He definitely had to have a reach, but Moustakas has the arm length for that. Again, not the cycle, but it was enough to drop that one in there and load the bases up. No, not load the bases. Just 2 on, but that's fine. Runner on first, runner on second. 0-2. Adam Frazier.
Take a look, take a look.
The ball is going to be bobbled by the second baseman, and that allows now the bases to be loaded. That was Tatis. Fernando Tatis Jr.
Garrett Cooper.
Cooper strikes out. That was quick. There's Chirinos again.
Next for the Diamondbacks, the catcher, Robinson.
Bases loaded. Chance to really increase the lead here. And it's not going to happen. Oh, it is going to happen. What happened to the third baseman? Well, he fell apart on that play. The third error for the Padres here today. I'm going to get a replay. Like warped, man. It was like he glitched out.
The center fielder, number 4,
Ketel Marte. What did they say in the last game? 7th in the league, in the National League in hits. Well, he's going to take the walk this time. Some Mustakas were crossed. We're really pouring it on now. 5-2. Bases remain loaded. And here come the Padres for their final at-bats. Right to our Mike Mustakas. To Lamb for out number 1. And that's going to do it. Win number 41 on the year. We're inching closer to the All-Star break. David Bodie out there. Looked like he had some action late coming off the bench. Yeah, not too bad.
Line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Diamondbacks. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Padres,
I don't know if we'll have enough time. We're going past 2 hours, so we might not do the player lock for the pitcher here today. But we will finish out player lock for the remainder of our players. How many we got left here today? We'll do Adam Frazier, and we'll wrap it up with Carson Kelly. And then we'll call it a day. We're getting past 7 o'clock. It's almost time for Impact. Gotta watch Jay White. He's gonna be on there tonight.
and now, your 2020 Arizona Diamondbacks.
Mike Leake, he's been at 6th win for quite a while here today on this stream. Looking for win number 7. Ooh. Frazier hits that one in the dirt. We're going to see if we can get Adam Frazier's batting average up here. It hadn't been great. 204. Not bad if 24 RBI. So he's had some solid hits, and he can add a couple more RBI here.
Yeah. Hey, like again.
That one's gonna be low. What can Frazier do to break the slump? Had a great first half of the year coming to Arizona. He swings right through that one for another strikeout. Still deadlocked at 2-2 as Austin Allen comes up. Frazier taking his time, but good enough to get Jake Lamb out at first. Padres now lead 1-0.
The second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier. He's a ground out. Frazier's going to go down. Fernando Tatis, he had that bad error in our last ball game.
Fernando Tatis
Trying to make up for it here, batting. He's 0 for 2 today. He's going to hit it right towards Frazier. Easy grounder to Jake Lamb in the out. So just 1-0 here for the Padres.
The right fielder,
Now
number
Will Myers.
Will Myers.
We're now in the top of the 7th.
Come on now.
Going for the double play. There's one.
Out.
A little high, but that's going to be good for the double play ball.
Lee Joyce for the traditional
Got to get the offense going.
stretch.
Trying to get win number 42 on the season. We passed 40. We passed 41. Trying to get to 42. I think the next goal would be, we got one more player lock after this. And then we got to see how close we are to getting to first place on the Dodgers. There's a good hit by Frazier. Drops just in front of the center fielder. And that's good for a base hit, a single. Will improve that weak batting average a little bit. Our next player lock is going to be the catcher. It's going to be Chirinos, who also hasn't been doing too well with his stats.
Ball 4, pitch is down.
All right, he walked him. Carl Edwards Jr. That was the guy that was on the mound at the end of the Cubs Game 7, that big World Series win a couple years ago against the Indians. Carson Kelly. His batting average a lot better. We might consider, now looking at that after this, maybe we go back to Carson Kelly. I know we picked up Chirinos in the offseason. Since we say that, Carson Kelly is right into a double play, so maybe we hold off on that just a little bit. But we do get over to the third, which is good. Now look at Eric Hosmer. Ketel Marte. Already got an RBI in the series. One more here would tie this game up, which would be huge, of course. And tie a game, man. Come on. There's the hit. And unless it's going to be bobbled and dropped, that'll do it. And we remain with a 0 on the board as we head into the 9th. We'll have the opportunity here in the bottom of the 9th to try to get that run. Maybe more. Maybe walk it off. Who knows? Grounder to Frazier. He scoops it up.
Got him.
And Jake Lamb with the catch in the out. Well, that's going to do it. We don't end up getting the victory here as the San Diego Padres. And a pitcher's duel, low-scoring affair, going to get the 1-0 win. Ends up being 2-0. Manny Machado ended up having a home run. Crowell with the RBI. So, all right, this will be our final player lock. We normally do 9 player locks including the pitchers, but look at the elapsed time. We're pushing over 2 hours here, so we're going to wrap it up for today. And we even played a little longer because, we had that disaster with the settings in the first game. So we're going to play the one game on the road against Colorado. Then the next time we play with the Diamondbacks, we'll play the full game here with Colorado, and then we'll player lock some big divisional games. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 division games after our initial game we play with Colorado. And we might even player lock just to get to this LA series, because we got to play. That's 7 huge games against the Dodgers, as we're only 3 back, or at least on our last check we were 3 back. Let's take a look at where we are in the standings before we go into this last game here. Yeah, 2 back now. So that's going to be a big series. We might pull an audible and just try to play, do some player locks, but play some of those games against the Dodgers, because that's a big one. So here we go. We got Robinson Chirinos as we wrap things up. All right, we are wrapping things up. Look at Peralta. He was injured a few games ago. I guess he's feeling okay, because he can do that in the dugout. But we're on the road for the first time here in this stream. Marquez, we saw him not too many games ago, 3-8 on the year. We're familiar with this stadium because if we want to do any of the road to the show, we have our T. Burke player. He's on the Colorado Rockies. Oh my God, I didn't even see. Oh. The bunt's going to get him out. So yeah, maybe we'll do some road to the show. And see our player that we started with Binghamton with the Mets, and then we were quickly traded to Colorado, and in year 2 we are starting.
Batting 9.
Here we go, Robinson Chirinos.
Number 28, Robinson Chirinos.
I see a jacket out there, so that's got to be the pitcher out on first. Oof.
0-1's the count.
Chirinos watches that one go right down the plate on him.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Foul tipped away.
Hey, your pitch right now.
One ball, two
One
strikes.
ball.
Hey, nice and patient. Get your pitch.
1-2 the count here for Chirinos.
Aye.
Oh, looked like that one was going ball, but it cut right in. That could be a strikeout. The Diamondbacks go up 2-0 here.
Pitch, drive it right here.
The catcher, number 28,
Fighting for first place in the NL West. We got 7 games this month against the first place Dodgers.
0-1.
That'll be exciting for the next stream. That'll be the title for that. Battle for first place, 7 games versus the LA Dodgers. Ugh.
I got the count 0-2.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good rip on it, huh?
Whoa, that's down.
Take right there. Attaboy.
Hey, get your pitch and drive it.
Good hit by Chirinos, but it's going to get snagged by the second baseman. My goodness. It's Trevor Story, man. 27. How's he been doing on the year? Can we look at yearly stats, or we just got player stats? You want to look at the other team? No, just box score. Well,
the batter, the catcher, Robinson Chirinos.
Counts 1-0.
one goes high.
Come on, get out, get out, get out.
Easy ground ball. Not going to do nothing with 2 outs there. Diamondbacks, though, 4-0. Rolling right along with their 9 hits.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Nolan Arenado.
Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
He's going, he's going.
Ball
Oh.
2.
And, well, not going to happen.
East 8.
That was no good.
Now
Over
batting,
Flores.
the second
All right, we're
baseman,
watching for the steal this time. We're going to get him. Here we go. Here we go. Got him. Up. We're not doing well here, are we? It is Chirinos. Another steal. Colorado ties it. 4-4. That's brutal. All right, we really got to watch this steal this time. We've blown 2 of them. There we go. Got him that time. Yes, without a doubt. We made up for it. 2 bad plays. We got him that time. But now the game is tied. That's rough. All right, 4-4.
Now batting, catcher.
Torino's going to be the hero trying to get on base here. Good hack. It's going way back. Man. In a smaller ballpark, that's a home run. That was just short of the 415-foot wall. As we are in the 11th now, still tied. No runner on second here in this game like we got in current day baseball. So we're going for the marathon. It gets over the head of Trevor Story. It's going to go all the way against the wall. That will bring home the tying run. And Chirinos, who's been struggling all season, becomes the hero with the RBI double to give the Diamondbacks the lead on the ball hit right over shortstop Trevor Story. Fantastic for Chirinos. Let's add some insurance runs from Ketel Marte. He's just 1 for 5 today.
Ketel Marte.
Bunt is laid down.
Stand up right here. Stand up. Pick it up. Oh.
Marte is out. Well, it's going to be up to the pitching staff now as we move forward. Do we hang on and take the win in extras? And indeed we do. The Diamondbacks will take it. 5-4 will be your final. And that's where we'll leave off here today, as we eclipsed our goal. We got 40 wins and then some. Felix Hernandez coming in with 2 strikeouts out of the bullpen. I'm telling you, doesn't have the juice to be a starter anymore. But out of the pen, we're using him in the pen. Look at that 6-2 record. Come on. Archie Bradley saved number 23 on the year. So, all right, that's going to do it here. When we come back next time, and for those of you watching on demand, feel free, leave your comments, Facebook, Twitter. What do you want to see next? Any donations that come through with a request of what you want to see next, that'll happen right away. That'll come before Twitter and Facebook request. But next time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll have to play at least 2 more streams. But next stream we play, we might player lock to begin with, and then play the game against the Dodgers here, which would be a big one. It'd be the battle for first place, you would assume. I mean, a lot can happen before we get there. But looking at the standings, man, we're at 42-24. They're at 44-22. So some kind of implications have got to happen the next time we stream the Diamondbacks, as we are right on the Dodgers' tail, and we'll have a 4-game series with the Dodgers. So be sure to tune in next time. Go ahead and send in your follows for the next stream. Send in your requests. We'll see you all next time.